Hey everybody, Nat Daddy here with your weekly book reviews for Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Got about a dozen books here to jump in. There's a lot of books that came out this week, and these are the ones I thought were worth pointing out and reviewing for you guys. So let's jump right into it. Probably one of the most anticipated books of the week is the new Absolute Green Lantern. First appearance of all the Green Lantern related stuff in the Absolute universe. Here we have some familiar faces: John Stewart, Hal Jordan, Joe, I forget her name, the other Green Lantern. There's mention of Guy Gardner as well. But a lot of the roles are kind of different than what we expect. We see Hal Jordan here walking through kind of like a desert area here where a trooper pulls him over, just asking some question because he's acting suspicious. And we kind of see this black circle symbol there, which is very black handish. Hal's acting suspicious, like he's got a weapon in his pocket, and the police officer ends up confronting him with his gun about that. And Hal ends up killing this cop somehow, just vaporizing him. But they don't show exactly what happens there. They don't show he's a Green Lantern or anything, but they do mention the Black Hand here. So Al Ewing is doing the writing here. So a lot of cosmic storytelling coming up, fits in well with Green Lantern and that. Hal Jordan ends up kind of at this restaurant diner thing on the side of the road and starts telling what's happening to him. He's obviously traumatized, and it starts coming in on the news as well too, that over in I guess it's Coast City, this giant Green Lantern symbol is just kind of formed in the middle of the town, crushing everything. It's like almost like a giant force field. He's related to it somehow. It shows here other people that are really going to be related to it, people who are in the town, people like John Stewart there, and I said that Joe, I forget her last name, that other character, Joe, one of the lanterns, in there with Cal as well, or Kyle, I should say. And yeah, they see this giant lantern symbol appear, and it starts causing havoc right away. This guy, one motorcycle person, just slams right into it and is killed instantly. And now this town's trying to deal with it, alien invasion wise. So I guess Hal was there somehow and he's connected to it, but he has the Black Hand power, not a Green Lantern power, not a ring. So he's not going to be able to control that, and it kind of again leashes out here and kills a civilian, much like he did that cop by accident. So he ends up getting shot, and he's doesn't know what's going on with himself. And then this Green Lantern shows up, which is Joe. So and that's where it kind of lands there. So we got some familiarity there with some like the original, normal Green Lantern stuff, but a lot of neat twists in here in this new Absolute universe. So Absolute Superman number 6. Each issue in this series so far from Jason Aaron has been pretty awesome. Right now, it's continuing here where we left off last issue, where it's the origin of Superboy at the time. He's kind of like a teenager, leaving Krypton and landing on Earth. So awesome again, lots of action, great artwork, and it's very, very familiar. He lands on the farm near the Kents. They take him in, and then this time around, people notice who he is and his powers kind of right away. And that Lazarus project, or that government agency, shows up and takes him away. So see where that goes there. And they finally introduced that the leader of this Lazarus group, where they've been kind of dropping hints all along, is Ra's al Ghul. So again, they do introduce him to this Absolute universe in a cool way. From Marvel, we have a one-shot here called Concert of Champions. This is a book about all the musical kind of stars in the Marvel universe getting together for a concert. Dazzler being the main attraction in that. And other Marvel heroes there are in the concert audience as well, observing. So you got Spider-Gwen in that, and a few others taking place as members of the bands in that. The main thing about this story is there's a new evil band here called Dark Void. They come out and they kind of take over the crowd by using this like subliminal messages in their music and that. So This does take place right after the last Dazzler series that just recently ended, so if you enjoyed that or you followed that, this would be great because it does kind of continue on there. This band, the Dark Void, there turns out it's just a bunch of older supervillains that are wearing costumes and that to try to do this crime. So that's kind of funny as well too. So it's okay artwork. If you enjoyed the Dazzler series, you'll probably enjoy this. From EC, we have issue 4 of Cruel Kingdom. I do believe this is the last issue of this series. I could be wrong in that, but this is like the swords and fantasy book that they brought. 3 tales every month here. The first one here is about a school or a woman that trains young warriors to be the ultimate warriors, and totally ruthlessness. Some neat artwork in there, lots of monstery stuff. Second story is about Cinderella, kind of has like a Cinderella horror tale to it. And thirdly is a story about a woman whose son gets almost killed, trampled by some horses, and she takes him to like the town healer, witch doctor guy to help bring him back and heal him. And she does so, but in doing it, it's all with torturous kind of ways of inflicting pain and that, and black magic. So those have all been really good. Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, beginning of a 3-issue series here. This is kind of like a Dark Knight take on Daredevil. It's in the future where everything's kind of dystopian and that. Daredevil has lost his powers as he's got older, and it seems like the world itself has gone through some pretty tough times. A lot of the heroes have died, a lot of people have died, and the world itself is kind of living in ruins from all the stuff that did happen. Matt Murdock, like you said, is not Daredevil now. He's lost his powers, so instead of being a superhero, he helps out running a soup kitchen. Right across from the soup kitchen one day in the subway, there's an explosion, and Matt goes out to check out, see what's going on, see if he can help, and somehow the explosion, there's chemicals in that, and it triggers back his superpowers, his senses, so he's able to start using those again to start dealing with all this. So we do see some familiar faces, yet older and more decrepit in that. We see a Captain America appearance in here. And yeah, so Matt Murdock, old Matt Murdock, Dark Knight version of Matt Murdock, Daredevil, is going to start dealing with this problem. So pretty neat, lots of twisted, older, sadistic looking versions of some of our familiar heroes and villains, so do check that out. Issue 1 of Silent Missions, there's going to be several books of these over the next few weeks. They're all in homage to issue 21 of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, iconic book. That's the silent issue, so that means all these issues are going to be silent as well too. So this one here features Beachhead. He gets stranded behind DMZ, a demilitarized zone, and he's trying to save some hostages and that while Cobra's after him as well. So pretty fun story, lots of action, and I like the artwork. Kind of has like a Mike Mignola feel to it. So just a one shot. You don't have to know G.I. Joe. You don't have to know what's going on in the current series in that. This is almost like a standalone episode in the cartoon. So lots of great fun there. Good G.I. Joe action. From Image, we have episode 5 of Hyde Street. This is part of the Ghost Machine universe, so that has that Hornsby and Hollow in there. The Redcoat, Geiger, all that stuff are all connected in that. How we'll eventually see. Right now we don't know. But this is Hyde Street. This is their horror anthology. We see that they have characters or residents of this area, this place, neighborhood called Hyde Street, and they're kind of all demons that need to gather souls for the devil type of thing to gain their freedom from this limbo Hyde Street area. So this one features more on this woman called Glee Goodbody. She's kind of like this typical 80s health food freak. We saw her in a spin-off one issue a few months ago called Devour. That was her story of her being on Hyde Street. She has this kind of twisted, supernatural, evil health food store, and that's how she steals souls. So it shows more of her origin, how she became this person and this demon, and how she's in competition with these other residents in town to get souls to gain her own freedom. So great stuff here if you've been liking the anthology type series of Hyde Street there, where everything does have a common link to it in the background, a common theme, story going throughout. This is great. From Image, we have the first issue of this kind of creepy horror / teens drama series. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer. It is about a young adult, a younger, I would say probably late teens, early 20s young woman who has gotten into the New York Fashion School, the most prestigious fashion school in the world, and she happens to be a serial killer at the same time. So all her creations are actually made out of people, so like skin and bones and teeth and stuff. So a little creepy that way there, but pretty cool at the same time as the story. So it kind of has like this Dexter feel to it, where she only kills bad people. So the whole time she's starting to try to get in, be accepted into the school where she doesn't fit in that, and it's very cliquey in that. Much like anything else high school we would see wise drama related, and not kill people at the same time. That's kind of neat, kind of creepy, a little different, and I must say I liked it. It has some pretty cool realistic art as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, a little bit more kind of psycho drama, that's kind of cool. From DC, this is their Black Label stuff, so a little bit more mature. This is the first book of Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma. Rom V writing it, so it's going to be pretty awesome, The Resurrection Man was always a guy that when he died, he came back, he would have new superpowers. He was always being resurrected, and they do have a little brief overture about him there. But in this story here, it's about him where he actually leads a full life and dies naturally, and then when he comes back, he kind of has this more awareness of the cosmos and stuff. So now he's kind of like on this cosmic level where he's dealing with this almost like an evil version of himself that's using similar powers to end the universe. So kind of a neat thing here, lots of deep thoughts in there. Shows various intrications of him. If you're not familiar with this character, you can still read it and kind of get what's going on. And if you are familiar with this character, you'll probably recognize a lot of stuff, but some stuff is just a little bit different. So there is some neat artwork, a lot of kind of horror stuff here, and it's pretty cool because, like I said, when the guy does die, whatever killed him, when he comes back, that becomes the superpower. So pretty cool. Resurrection Man. From Image, we have the third issue of Lucky Devils. This is the people that did 8 Billion Genies. Kind of has a similar thing here where we have these little supernatural, magical creatures influencing regular people. This series, we have two people, one named Cam, one named Star. They're nice people, but they're pretty docile. They kind of get taken advantage of and walked on in their life until their shoulder demons, or these devils here, kind of like on your kind of a good conscience and a bad conscience, angel and devil on your shoulders. Well, this is real, and that's what these people are. Everybody has a little devil on their shoulder trying to influence them to do bad stuff, and the reason they do that is the more bad stuff they get people to do, that improves them, and they get to kind of level up in their demon world and that. So these two have decided that they're going to really use these two to not only level themselves up in the world, but also just to kind of destroy and take out hell at the same time. So they're kind of using the system to take down the system. So lots of neat fun here, cool, fun artwork, and just kind of sarcastic way of looking at things. But it's neat seeing these people go from being like just nice, average people to being influenced by these devils to do bad things and become more successful from it. So I can definitely see this becoming a kind of like a comedy slash drama series on a streaming service one day. So really enjoying that. That is Lucky Devils from Image. That is what I read digitally this week. Hope you guys enjoyed what you read. Maybe you found some stuff here that you weren't aware of and now you'll check out. And when you do, go support your LCS. We'll see you later. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace. All right, this is Plague House from Oni. Kind of a creepy book here. It's about a team of paranormal hunters, ghost hunters, chasers, whatever you want to call them. One of them is a priest. One of them is a kind of a scientific guy, crime scene guy, and the third person is a person that believes in the occult and stuff like that. So they're checking out this one house here that seems to be haunted. It also has a bit of a history to it as well. A father came in here one day and killed his family, which consisted of his kids, his wife, and his father, all for no reason. And he's in jail from it all these years, so people have ever since then thought this house to be haunted and that. This team is here to check it out, and while they're there, they do have some dealings in with ghosts and that, so kind of a creepy start here. Creepy artwork that leads great to the story and that, so if you're a fan of ghost stories and houses and possessions and exorcism and stuff, this is definitely right up your alley. That is Plague House from Oni. Another kind of a creepy supernatural story is from Mad Cave this year, Pastime. This is a baseball story that takes place back in the early 1988. Here is where this interview about a person is going on, but the story takes place back in the, I believe it's the 40s in that, sorry, in the 20s, where it's about this serial killer and has the supernaturalness about him, and he gets involved with this traveling baseball teams, the Barnstormer teams back in the old days and that. So we got old-timey baseball mixed in with some supernatural killer stuff. Pretty fun. I enjoyed the artwork here. Very realistic. Looks good for the time period and that. And mixed with baseball, which is always great, especially if you like sport movies and time period movies and that. So neat start here. Like I said, about some kind of creepy dealings going on with this baseball team and that. So enjoyed this so far. Like I said, just is the first issue, so there is a lot of vagueness going on here. I know my description there doesn't give it a whole lot to grab you in that, but there is a lot to this that is kind of cool in that, so do check it out. That is called Pastime. All right, that's what I read physically this week.